is a new season, which obviously means that we have a creative update, and this time we actually have a lot of new stuff. So without further ado, let's jump right into everything that is new in the 24/Season 2 update. Alright, starting in with the visual stuff first, we have two types of new galleries, and the first one is the Slappy Shorts gallery, which this time is actually a basic gallery, which is super important. We have a lot of super crazy galleries with like super niche and super cool looking, but we also need some basic stuff, and this one has a bunch of the basic stuff. We have like normal grills, normal, like, oh, this is the fastest spinning vent I've ever seen, and like just some normal stuff, and also a little bit of updated stuff. So this gallery obviously comes with floors, walls, then we have also the normal walls. So these are the graffiti walls, these are normal walls, and all of them are super basic. They do look kind of nice, kind of normal, I would say. Nothing crazy here. We have some few ones which do look kind of interesting, and then we have this bridge gallery, which does look kind of familiar to me. And I'm pretty sure we have the exact same gallery. I'm not sure about the color, but the exact same gallery for bridges. So let's go quickly. Let's go steel. I think they're called steel bridges. Is this the exact same gallery? Did they just rename it? So it is a slightly different orange tone, I would say. But this is almost the exact same gallery. I think for these colored galleries, Epic should just give us like a recolor option, so we can just like change the colors like in primitive shapes. I think that would make a lot more sense than giving us random colors. But the other galleries that we got on the other hand are foliage and actually new terrain, which is always something I appreciate, because the terrain in Fortnite Creative, since we do not have a terrain editor, is always needed, and having some, you know, new and new spicy stuff in here is really cool. Okay, so I wonder how these merge together, or if they do whatsoever. So let's see. Let's have like a little. They do look okay. So if I, for example, go in here and then overlap them at older galleries, they would look a little bit odd. But this one looks decent. No Z fighting, no anything. And then we also have some new foliage, so trees, bushes. And I think these are the new trees, but this one in green. They do look almost the same, but just with obviously a different color, which is nothing to complain. Obviously, you can turn them and twist them. But there's one more thing which is super important, and that's actually 90% of you guys have not subscribed. What the f***? Only 10%. That is literally depressing. I don't know who that guy was, but we also have guns in the game now. 3 new guns which came with this season. I like that Epic is actually putting them instantly into creative now and not wait like a few weeks. So we have 2 normal guns which we're gonna look at first. So let's have a look at the shotgun first, and pretty decent reloading time. It's a single shot. 250 on a headshot. Okay, that is busted. I mean, it's the mythic one, but still. 250 of how much is a body shot? 144. So if you put this gun into any creative game, you literally need to bump up the health. Like, this is like, what? And then we also have the Havoc suppressed assault rifle. And this one does kind of remind me of some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare weapon. Okay, I still feel like that the shotgun is a little bit more busted. But obviously the highlight is the kinetic blade. And I haven't touched this one whatsoever. Apparently you have 3 charges. Oh my god, that looks so cool. Okay, katanas are just insanely fun anyways. But this one, I mean, it doesn't do crazy damage on hit actually. But the charge attack is so cool. Okay, so you can basically do the charge attack 3 times and then recharges in how many seconds? 10 seconds. Okay, that's kind of cool. So you can normal attack, and then when you want, you can charge attack. So even though the creative melee weapons obviously have a lot more customizable options, but this katana is probably the favorite one out of all the melee weapons in Fortnite. But there are technically still 2 more devices which we have new in the game, and the first one obviously being the new bike. The new car, I'm not sure if it's in BR yet, but the new car is not in here. But the sports bike spawner is in here. It feels a little bit weird to drive. I tested it out a little bit. It feels a little bit like slidey, but you can go really damn fast. To be fair, I would have expected to go a little bit faster than that. It kind of looks like super futuristic. I was like thinking you could zoom across the map. Apparently you could only up to 96, still, which is actually still slower than the Whiplash can go on max. But I wonder if the speed modulator can actually affect this. Oh, it looks like, yeah, we can. Oh my god. So now I actually have to try. So we have everything on max here. We get up to 160, 170 without boosting. Okay, boosting is up to 200. Okay. Okay, so that is very fast, and you probably have reached the end of the island before you can even get to max. But when it comes down to the option, this one is a super normal car. There's nothing crazy special here. But on the other hand, we should also get a different device, which is called the AI navigation device, which is a glorified barrier device, to be fair. This is not to be confused with the AI patrol path. This one is basically given the path, and the other one is basically something where you place barriers in different kinds of shapes, and we'll be able to guide them through that without having to use maybe the AI patrol path. You know, they don't glitch into certain areas or just walk somewhere where they are not belonging to. There are also a few smaller changes. The team settings and inventory device, I got a little overhaul that looks a little bit different here. But so we have this new debug option. This is right now a little bit confusing, and I'm not 100% sure what each of these is doing, so we're going to test that out obviously later. But if you, for example, add the navigation one, which is for wildlife, AI and stuff, you have this like a little grid which is under you. I think it's when they activate or how they spawn, how they interact with you maybe. Not 100% sure on that. It doesn't really give a too clear description what it's like 100% doing. But obviously having debug options is obviously a great thing. And the last final thing is that you can now actually change the slow motion speed of the kill cams, I would say, or the ending round thing, so you can now turn it on and off. And that wraps it up with this update. There's no first person and obviously no Creative 2.0 yet, but obviously this month is still in the making and we could still see it during this month. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys back in the next one. Bye.